So the first thing that you do is, after choosing a particular location in your farm or on your piece of land, which ideally would be better if you have trees like a banyan tree or a peepal tree or a cluster fig tree, which is called autumbar in our local dialect. If these trees are there, it would be exceptionally good for preparation of this culture, because Mr. Parab has also been able to develop this culture by assisting these trees. In fact, it is not even Mr. Parab who is doing this, it is the trees who are essentially formulating these solutions for ourselves. So if you allow this culture to brew or to essentially be developed in the sanidhya or in the under the umbrella or under the canopy of these trees, it would be best. Okay, so you choose the particular area. If you have to, or prepare it indoors because you don't have soil, some people would be trying to do it for utilization within their households itself. So you can have a certain area of the house designated for this. If you're doing it in the balcony, you have tiles below. Just place a small 3 to 4 inch thick layer of soil. This can be about 2 feet by 2 feet wide. Okay, so the first step is to have the soil prepared. Once you have this culture delivered to your doorsteps, then the next step that you do is, especially for the farmers, you can pluck a few leaves from the vicinity, and if you can choose those leaves which are infected, let's say you'd be able to see that some creature has bitten into it, or if they have been dried, or if they seem burnt, collect these few leaves, place it on this this soil bed. Now next step is to place a kadappa on top of it. A kadappa is basically a natural stone, and it usually has a rough side and a polished side. So you try to make sure that the rough side is placed towards the soil and the smooth side is facing upwards. So you place it on top of it. Ideally a 2 feet, 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet kadappa should be good. You can clean this with ash. Don't clean it with any synthetic disinfectants or any other detergents. After cleaning it, place a 100 liter fresh barrel which is also cleaned with ash from the inside on top of it. Now I am giving you an example of a 100 liter barrel, but you can also go for bigger sizes or smaller sizes, and just the addition of the water and the jaggery has to be done in a proportionate manner. But for the sake of, or the convenience of this example, I am taking 100 liter fresh barrel. Next, you are expected to fill it up with water. So fill the entire vessel with 100 liters of water. Once you have the water filled into this vessel, next what you do is you add kalki to this. So now within this bottle, at least in this version of the bottle that we have at the moment, what you do is you can just remove the cap, and when you order this from us, we also send you one small pocket knife. Okay, so this pocket knife can be opened, or if you have a knife on your end, you can just use it. Try to puncture a hole into this. Okay, just try to create a hole into this, and then don't try to remove this lid which is there on the inside, because it has been pressure packed, so it is going to be very difficult. And if you try to force it, you can have an accident and you can cut yourself. So don't use a screwdriver or anything. Try to poke holes into it. Just use this knife. And usually we try to send this, or we try to take so much care of even sending the knife, is because there should not be any contamination that happens when you are creating or preparing this thing. It has to be the more hygiene that you can follow throughout the entire process, the better it would be. Now once you have put the kalki inside, you don't have to dip it inside, add water to it and try to empty till the last drop. Even if 70% of this can got emptied, it is sufficient, because this essentially is a culture which will multiply. So whether it is a spoonful or whether you're putting in a liter, eventually within a few days of time, it will multiply, and it will be good. So you don't have to do that. You can just close the lid and ideally place this right next to the big barrel on the kadappa itself. And later on we'll tell you what is to be done with this. If you could send this in a plastic wrapper back to us, it will, trust me, it will help us on a very subtle level understand specifications of your soil, of the surroundings in your area as well. And we could then later prepare kalki specific to your soil as well and the problems for your plants. But for the time being, let's just look at how this is getting prepared. Next, what you do is you add jaggery. 1 kg of jaggery is to be added for 100 liters of water. This has to be pure organic jaggery. I know there can be a lot of debate about what is truly organic, what is not, but try to procure the highest order quality that you can afford. And you are going to add this in 3 different parts. Okay, you are going to do this in, you'll split this 1 kg jaggery into 3 parts, 1/3 to be added on day 1, 1/3 to be added on the second day, and 1/3 to be added on the third day. The reason why we are doing this is it's just like, taking our meals. We don't stuff ourselves for the entire day's meal just at once, right? We usually try to break it into different parts and then consume it in a similar manner. When we are offering food to Kalki as well, we do it in a gradual fashion, so that 1/3 is given today, the next 1/3 is given tomorrow, and so on and so forth. Once you have added this 1/3 jaggery on day 1, then what you do is you essentially cover it with a thin cotton cloth and tie a rope around it. You can use a jute or a coir rope around it. This cloth, the thinner it is, the better. The only role of this cloth here is to not allow something from outside to fall into it. Any leaves or any dust particles or insects, or let's say, if it is being prepared under a tree, there can be bats or other creatures which are living on the, squirrel, which can poop into it. So just to eliminate that, we are doing this. And that's all the role is. But it has to continuously be aerated. It should not be sealed in a manner where there is no exchange of air happening. So please make sure, even if you're putting a towel, make sure it is only a single layer and you're not folding it multiple times and then putting it on top of it. Now on day 1, you're not expected to stir it. Please note, you're not expected to stir it on day 1. Okay. Next, day 2 onwards, what you do is once a day, you stir it clockwise with a bamboo stick. You can use a bamboo stick, or you can use a clean jackfruit stick. Please make sure whenever you are using bamboo, it is a fresh bamboo, because if you're using an old bamboo, then you will have particles or of the bamboo itself, which will become dry and can get mixed with kalki. So as much as care you can take during the preparation phase, the better your output is going to be. So do it once a day, every day, and by the 5th or 6th day, you will see that your kalki has got prepared, and you'll have a nice aroma to it. You'll also be able to see the culture there. It will not be a bad aroma like you would see in a lot of other organic, you have fish preparations, you have fish decayed with jaggery and bananas, and all of these things are also prepared, which stink like anything. This would be not like it. It will be very, very pleasant aroma. And this exactly is a picture of an actual preparation which I did just a couple of weeks back on one of the sites in Kerala. Here we had a lot of problems around mosquito, so we chose this particular area where we had a very nice huge neem tree, and we then placed the kadappa below it. We placed some leaves before placing the kadappa, then the barrel, added water, kalki, jaggery, covered it with lid, stirred it thrice a day, like once a day for 3 to 4 days, and by the 5th day, the kalki was prepared. Okay. So once this is prepared, then the application is usually done by diluting it 1:10 times. Okay, so if you have 100 liters of jaggery prepared, you can essentially dilute it to 1000 liters and apply it on your farm. If you are taking it for home, cleaning your floors, or for your your veranda and all, you can also dilute it in the same manner and use it. If you are going to pour this down your water closet, which is your toilets, then you can actually pour down concentrated kalki itself. You don't have to dilute it any further. Okay? Don't spray concentrated kalki assuming that it's going to be more effective, and its concentration will essentially dictate the way it is going to work. It is not functioning in that fashion, so don't do that. And whenever you are removing some kalki for your for using it, you can pour some around on the kadappa that you're using it. Now, how do you keep on using the same culture? I'll just speak a few couple of minutes about it. Now, all you have to do to sustain this culture and multiply it is measure the amount of water or the kalki that you are removing from this barrel. Let's say I'm emptying 50% of the barrel, that is I'm removing 50 liters, refill it with 50 liters of water, and proportionately add jaggery to it in the same fashion. Let's say if you are expected to add half a kg of jaggery for 50 liters, you can add, let's say, 1/3 of it today, 1/3 of it tomorrow, and the remaining later, okay, on the next day. And then again, within a few days, you'll start realizing the kalki is again getting mature, and you can again remove it. The shelf life of this kalki is easily up to 30 days, but we actually recommend to use it in the first 14 days. It's not that it will go bad, but its effectiveness will go down. It's just that the culture will become more and more lousy without having sufficient space to grow and without having new fresh food to consume and multiply. Okay, so that is the only reason why we usually recommend remove, add more water, add jaggery. So keep it like a cyclical process, the way you have preparation of curd that happens in your home, or a kombucha that happens in your home. So it's similar to it, but it is not analogous to it. Okay, similar, but it is not analogous. So that's a bit about how you can use it. Now the dosage that needs to happen on 1 acre of land, usually we suggest to spray 200 liters every fortnight. Okay, so that means within a month's time you will apply about 400 liters of kalki. This 400 liters of kalki, please note, it is going to be not the concentrated 400 liters. It is going to be 1:10 times diluted kalki. So please take note of that, and that is how this has to be prepared or applied.